So it begins, guys. Oh, man, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. This is the Premiership, guys, with Rangers. And, I forgot to say, welcome back to the Road to Recovery. We are getting very close to literally recovering Rangers. I know it's kind of crazy. It's in the English League and it doesn't quite make sense to some people, but the whole point of this series was to get to the Premiership and do somewhat well in it. There wasn't a specific target in terms of silverware or getting to the Champions League or anything like that, but who knows what's going to happen. Let's see how this season goes. And you can see we've got a crazy match first off against Norwich here, who obviously we've played quite a few times before. We've done okay against them, so I wasn't too worried about this match. We also have Mbakogu, my new striker, who's making his debut. We've also got Aki as well, who we bought from Chelsea. Two of my new signings who featured in the last episode, so don't feel bad if you want to go back and watch that one first, because it will make more sense this episode. That's just the way these series works, right? You watch first episode, then the next one, then the next one. You can see Mbakogu was getting straight into this game here. He seems to be such a good player. What I love about him is he's just, oh man, there's too many things to mention. Oh my god, I'm getting overrun with ideas here. It's the fact he's so strong, yet he feels so agile. He's so quick on the ball, and he turns so quickly. It really, really is astonishing sometimes. I'd actually go as far as saying it's overpowered, and I can't even imagine how good he's going to be when he's rated around the 80 mark, which is his minimum potential. Oh, what a goal from Benzia there. But when he does reach his minimum potential, which is 80, so he's probably likely going to get over to maybe 83, 84 if I keep playing him. He's just going to be unstoppable, you know. And like I just said with Benzia, what a finish that is. On the turn, falling back as he hit it. It was absolutely beautiful. And that is the first goal of the Premiership season, guys, which I'm really proud to say, because this is definitely going to be a long run. The Premiership is difficult, as simple as that. And look at that, Antonelli coming out, grabbing the ball. That was absolutely brilliant. It's going to be a difficult season, that's for sure. We're at the 45th minute now, and I was hanging on for dear life. Norwich were literally pressing up against my tits the whole freaking match up to this point, and they finally got their reward. Pilkington, who's had a really decent season so far in real life, he steps up to the mark and he gets the goal to bring it 1-1, and couldn't be worse timing really, just as we go into half-time, but it's okay. I'll take a 1-1. We are away at Norwich City, but I should be taking 3 points here. You know, we've beat them before and we can beat them again. It's the big games like the one coming up after this one, which is against Manchester City. It's your games against Arsenal, Man United, Tottenham, all of the really big teams, Chelsea, Liverpool, and those are the oh, look at that shot. Those are the matches that you really shouldn't be going into thinking, yes, we're going to get 3 points guaranteed. But matches against newly promoted teams, you should be really, really confident about winning. And now this is the new player I got from the transfer market. He was a free agent, Correa Amado. Now this guy is an absolute monster of a player. He's not rated very high. He's only a left midfielder. You did see his stats, I believe, not in the last episode, the episode before that. I think I can't remember now. And he seems to be a very decent player. We've also got Neil, don't forget, who we also signed with the 5-star weak foot, 5-star skills from England. And there you can see Mbakogu gets his goal. What a beautiful piece of movement in the 90th minute. But yeah, the left winger that I bought from the free agents looked like he could be a pretty decent player. Minimum potential, probably around 80. He's got that showing great potential thing on his name. But there you can see Mbakogu made it 3-1. And we get our first 3 points of the season. What a great start. And look at the size of my keeper, Antonelli. I really hope he can grow relatively fast, because he is the only player left in my team under 70 rated. He's around 68, I think, or 69. So it'd be cool if I can keep him in the squad, because he's actually very, very decent. He's a very decent keeper. But he's probably not as good as someone I could buy, you know, and I've definitely got some money left over to potentially buy a goalkeeper. So maybe that's what we'll do in the next few episodes. But you can see here, we're loading up the match here against Manchester City. This is a big one. Manchester City, I don't know what it is, never seem to do that well for me in FIFA in general. Every time I do a new season in FIFA, not just FIFA 13, actually FIFA 12 was the same, but Manchester City never really won the league. They never won the Champions League. It was always Arsenal, Man United, or Chelsea, or Tottenham even. And I don't know what it is. It might be that Manchester City have quite a few older players. I don't know, maybe they can get complacent because they've got so much of a transfer budget, but either way, this is a tough game, you know, and it was my first real, I guess, challenge. Look at Mbakogu's pace there, really powerful shot, which was just wide, but he just completely outpaced the defender there. But yeah, real challenge, and this was it was a good way to start out my season. Make sure I'm putting my place almost. You can see there, almost got a goal conceded there. But the thing I need to do is just not be cocky. You know, my team is nowhere near as good as some of these teams here, and I shouldn't get complacent. You know, using that word again because it's a good word to describe how people feel when they join new leagues. I think sometimes they think they're better than they actually are. And in the 23rd minute, Sinclair, who has barely played for City, I swear, in the Premiership, gets a goal on the 23rd minute. So good start for Manchester City there. You know, look at this play here. I've got no idea what happened there. 3 at the back formation sometimes leaves gaps. Simple as that. And I conceded from it. It's just the way it is. And to be honest, I was struggling to even keep the ball against Manchester City. They've got so many good players. It was difficult. Luckily, the header goes wide there from Boateng, who has signed for Manchester City in this career mode. And look at the gap I left in defence there. That is not good enough. There is no way I'm going to survive the Premier League if I continue defending like that. But luckily, we make it to half-time, and it only stays as 1-0, so it's not too damaging. And we can actually come out in the second half and potentially get a draw, or maybe even 3 points. Let's see what happens here. A looping ball over the defence there, and look who's there to smash it home. Mbakogu with a second goal, his second goal of the season. And that was a really nice pass. Look at that. I don't know what was going on with the Manchester City defence, but they were just not fast enough to keep up with the beast. And that made it 1-0, but it wasn't to stay for long, guys. It's Manchester City at the end of the day. Very, very, very good side. Tevez goes through on goal here, and that is just embarrassing. And yes, Calfreezy, I would like some fucking salt with that chip. If you don't know that joke, Calfreezy, my good friend, he has a little catchphrase where if he chips the keeper, he always asks if he'd like some salt. But either way, that is an absolutely fantastic finish. And when it went in, although I was upset to see a goal go in and know that I'd lost my potential point, I was actually looking at it with my mouth open. It was just an absolutely brilliant finish from Tevez. And I could have won it. Look at that. Neil in the last minute there, my new free agent, 5-star skill, 5-star weak foot, which I love saying, by the way. But he didn't score. And that would have made it a really, really good result, getting 1 point. But we lose to Manchester City. It's the first time we've dropped points in quite a while. But that is going to wrap up the episode, guys. You can see we're coming to the end of the transfer window here, but you will have to wait until the next episode to see if we make any last-minute decisions and bring in any last-minute players. But thank you for watching this, guys. Aston Villa are up next and the transfer window closes, and I will see you in that episode very soon.